Hi, my name is Kirsty Wiseman and I wanted to show you a comparison between a normal weight paper that you would use from your printer when you first start rubber stamping and a bleed-proof paper. And the first things that you might notice on camera is the colour difference. The 80-gram white paper is a slightly greyer shade of white, and I know you can't appreciate this on video, but the coarseness of the paper will affect the way your colour lays down. Whereas the bleed-proof paper is nice and smooth, and when the colour lays down is an awful lot nicer than the 80-gram wet paper. And I'll show you the difference. In this demonstration I'm just going to colour in the top half of her body. I'm just going to colour in her arms, and I'm going to colour them in exactly the same with the same amount of pressure. So I'm just going to do her shading using my favourite techniques. Just go underneath her hairline, using my three favourite colours. So I'm going to blend them like I would do normally, dragging the colours through. And what you will notice, and I'm not sure if you'll see it on video, but I'll certainly do a photographic comparison to go on the blog once I've finished, is that the colour will creep over the lines. So when you do start with your Promarkers, and we know a lot of beginners have this problem, is they're finding that the colour is creeping over their line, and obviously they're not getting along with their Promarkers straight away. So that's the reason why your colour's creeping. It's due to the density of your paper. If you can go for a smoother paper, that's fine, but the Letraset bleed-proof paper will give you guaranteed results every time. So I'm going to leave the alcohol to evaporate on that one and start on the smoother paper. And what you will notice when you start working with it, the colour goes down so nicely. You don't have to kind of scratch it into the paper. It's nice and smooth, and it doesn't creep when you put the colour down. So I've given her some shading there. I'll do the mid-tone and colour in just like I did before. And because it's nice and smooth, you'll notice that the pen's squeaking on the paper, which gives you a good indication that it's going to be a good colour lay down. And then use the last of my colours to finish her off. What also happens with the bleed-proof paper as well is that the alcohol evaporates a lot quicker. What I also want to show you before we do a comparison is that the bleed-proof paper does not go through. Your colour will go through your 80-gram weight paper, but certainly not through the bleed-proof. Now the colour comparisons of the two, as you can see, on the printer paper the colour is quite dark and the colour has crept over the lines, and I will take a photograph with a macro zoom on there so you can see. But on the bleed-proof paper the colour's laid down nice, and it's a lot lighter, and the colours blend together beautifully. So we hope you understand the difference between the two papers, and if you can invest in some of the Letraset bleed-proof paper, it's worth buying a pad to practice on until you get used to it, and then once you've got used to how colour flows down, then you'll be able to switch between papers. But certainly when you're starting, the bleed-proof paper is so much better. Thank you.